Alright, so I'm gonna start just a daily little vlog, call it what you want. I don't know. Just gonna talk. Because a lot's been going on and I don't know what to think really of what I'm possibly gonna face soon. I know that my dogs, these guys, hey Mar, you wanna come up and lay down? But these guys are my life. Baby Roxy, Riley, come on, Mar. What? I went out on the trail, Tisdale Trail today. Took like a 30-minute walk, and yeah, it was just awesome. Finally got out of my house, and thank you to those friends that are checking and telling me, recommend what I need to, put my focus back on. It was overwhelming for a minute, but I wasn't gonna just sit quiet and let them badger and slander, and it doesn't matter. Point is, what did I have to gain if I was to stage a walkout in any way from a job? At the time, I was 6 days a night delivery driver. One day, I made the schedule for a couple months. I could have had any shifts I wanted, essentially. Not just because I made it, because Boss and Leslie both had acknowledged it, the type of worker I was, and I was pretty much a manager on the job while doing that job. That whatever shifts I wanted, I deserved, and I could have them. So that's how that turned out. But what did I have to gain then if I had all that already? And I was already owed a raise for over a month. Like, what was that going to accomplish for me? What did I have to lose? Everything. So why would I do that, guys? Like, it's the biggest joke. Like, the only thing I did was talk to employees prior that had came to me first and acknowledged how uncomfortable and how much they could not handle him in there. Like, they were ready to walk out crying, like fake blowing their brains out with their fingers to their head. Like, I didn't know how to handle anything anymore, and I just had confirmed with many of them, like, if I have to stand up and let him know that he's really the big issue right now, like, are you guys gonna let him know if he tries to fire me for standing up to him? Like, that's not right to fire Tommy like that, and hopefully maybe stand up for me, like. And I just had hoped that would happen. I didn't know when, what day. I didn't plan any fucking thing. Corky let it. Casey's grandpa died that day, so I excused her getting out. That left me 2 other young girls and him, Mad, and Junior on the way, who is nothing to the store except it gets in your way, screws more shit up. And him working with his dad, that is chaos. Oh my God, no one wants to be working with him and his dad together. So yeah, I pretty much told them girls, like, do you guys want to deal with this? And they said, no, can we get out of here? Like, this is literally the response. And I just was like, yeah, I don't plan to deal with this if Corky and Casey. No, I can't handle this tonight. Nope, he's been doing this for too long. I'm going to take a break tonight. We're going to finish all the orders that are here. We're not going to screw them. We're not going to walk out and leave them hanging. But we're not going to take any more orders either for a second until he talks to me. And then I brought Boss aside, let him know phones were unplugged, and that he can plug them if he wants, but the staff's not going to stay once I leave. So it's not that I'm forcing them, it's just that they are uncomfortable as shit, don't want to be here. And force that walkout. They had every right to make their own choice and stay. I asked them how comfortable they were. They wanted to leave. I said, I don't feel comfortable even leaving you guys here with him, so if you're not going to clock out, I know I'm not going to be able to clock out, and I'll just stick it out, I guess. But, like, they wanted to go home. That was everyone else's choice that night, not mine. And I actually did clock back. I told him I need to go have a cigarette, clocked out for it so that I wouldn't be hurting his labor while I smoked a cigarette, even though I was dealing with all this. And then I went and talked to Jimmy, and he had nothing. Oh, I wish I could share. Anyways, literally, I went back, though, for the 6 o'clock delivery to the school, 15 pizzas, did that for him. That's all I planned to do, was just that delivery and be done, because you had Beck and Junior in there. I told them about the other orders, got those out. Anyways, I get back from that delivery. They asked me to run another one, so I did. And then I said, Junior, do you want to go to driving? I'd like to stay here, talk to your dad, and work in the store if I'm going to stay clocked in. I stayed another hour with them, talking, doing tons of dishes, cleaning, making sure that they got out of there at a decent time. We closed early. blamed it on road conditions online. It was actually because your whole crew walked out. But anyways, confirmed with them multiple times while I was there. We're gonna have a meeting tomorrow. You, me, Corky, Leslie, talk about all this. Like, we were supposed to have a meeting for over a month. It was postponed twice by Leslie to go over a lot of the mistakes and issues that were happening in the store and customer complaints and how to get people on the same page. But they just kept postponing that meeting. Then we had that meeting with Leslie a week before this even broke down. And, you know, like, your husband ready to close that freaking store. He's losing his mind, saying he's going to come home and shut the garage door with the truck running. Like, I don't know what to say to this guy anymore. Like, he's saying he might close the doors tomorrow and we could all be at work until he's ready to come back, and we'll just have to accept that. Like, how are we supposed to work in those conditions, Leslie? And she said, I know he's crazy, blah, blah, whatever. That was a week before this, but Corky walked first. I didn't know anything was going on. I will gladly share all messages between all my employees and my bosses. If you think there's a hint of me having any energy towards I knew that was even going to happen, let alone planning it 2 days ahead of time, no. The people that did that was this summer, a couple girls, a couple guys, all walked out, 4 of them, after they sent me home early because they knew I was the employee that would never allow that to happen in that business. I would never let Mark's business go down like that. I would have made sure to call people and call Mark immediately. But no, 4 of them took a bunch of orders, let the ticket rack line up, and all walked out at like 6 o'clock just to leave business to burn. Like, that was a planned, meditated walkout, dude. What I did was try to do damage control after my co-manager at the time walked out, and then my other employee, who was crying to me twice at the time already and blown her brains out with her fingers, confessed that her grandpa died earlier that day. I was like, you don't need to be here dealing with this, so I let her go. Dude, that's how things unfolded. Sorry. I get so worked up talking about it. I'm trying to just relax. And see how relaxed my dogs are, man. These people are all worried about the condition of my dogs over here and me affording them. Do they look like they're at all struggling? Like, I mean, my other 3 are just laying down in the other room on the couch, so I don't know. I'm gonna change my focus towards a couple different things. I'm not gonna share too much right now. It's no one's business. But I am pretty much done with that whole thing. Say what I need to say. If anyone's